From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, I'm Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Wednesday, August 23rd. Excessive heat warnings are in place, the highest tier of heat warnings. The heat index is going to be in the triple digits, as high as 105, according to our Storm Check 8 weather team. And we're going to stay warm in the overnight hours, possibly only reaching a low of 77 degrees. And dozens of cooling centers are open around our area. You'll see a full list at wishtv.com right now. Pools and splash pads should be full, but some outdoor fun is out. The Children's Museum Sports Legend is closed, and many practices and games are shifting as far as school sports. And in Jay County, first responders report an increase in heat illness calls. EMS is now asking everyone to slow down and limit work if they're going outside. Officials say people should also drink more water for the rest of the week, and first responders remind us to check on family members and have a cool place to rest. We were following breaking news this morning. IMPD says one person is dead and another under arrest after a far west side shooting. Police confirmed the death around 7:30 this morning. Police say the shooting happened on Pluto Drive. That's near Girls School and Rockville Roads. You can follow the latest on our Wish TV newscast and all of our day parts. You can tune in at News 8 at 11 a.m. this morning, as well as follow updates at wishtv.com. And another man is dead after a late-night shooting on the northwest side of Indianapolis. It happened on Wesleyan Road in the College Park area, north of 86th and Michigan Road. Police say officers found the man behind the hotel. We're working to learn more about the victim. No word yet on any arrests or suspects. And several community groups are criticizing IMPD after seeing body camera video of a deadly shooting by an officer. The department released the video yesterday. According to IMPD, Officer Douglas Correll pulled Gary Harrell over for reckless driving at 34th and Parker on August 3rd. The video shows Harrell already out of the car when the officer gets out to approach him. The two men talk for a moment, then Harrell gets back in the car. Here's the following exchange.
Don't come out here and talk with me. Come out here and talk with me. No second car.
Harrell sits for a moment before grabbing a gun and running off. Correll shoots twice, hitting Harrell in the back, killing him. Harrell dropped the gun when the shots were fired. IMPD says the revolver that Harrell was carrying was loaded with 5 rounds. Now, criticism of IMPD is coming in from the Community Resources District Council, the Baptist Ministers Alliance and Concerned Clergy of Indianapolis, and the Black Church Coalition of Faith in Indiana. Faith leaders are calling on Chief Randall Taylor to fire the officer who pulled the trigger. A judge's decision means the state's new abortion ban stays in place for nearly all women in Indiana. Marion County Judge Heather Welch ruled this week that she will not expand an injunction that blocks enforcement of the ban for a very limited number of women. The injunction covers those named in a lawsuit challenging the ban. The group, Hoosier Jews for Choice, asked Welch to expand it to cover abortion providers and any woman who might be part of a class action lawsuit. Welch declined, saying she cannot expand the injunction because the case is now pending before the Court of Appeals. The city of Bloomington says it will pay for its employees to travel out of state if they need abortion care. The city's mayor says he'll do everything in his power to help people access abortion while still following state law. John Hamilton says in a statement, this terrible law unconscionably revokes basic human rights, denying women and all people capable of pregnancy the fundamental dignity and bodily autonomy that I believe is protected under the state constitution. The home of former Purdue basketball player A.J. Hammonds is going up for sale. It's on the northeast side and has been plagued with neighborhood controversy. iTeammate obtained court documents showing the home is heading to a sheriff's sale. It went into foreclosure last year. Neighbors sued Hammonds in May, claiming he threw extravagant parties that at times turned violent. One plaintiff told iTeammate at least 5 bullets hit his home during or after one of the parties. In July, a judge ruled Hammonds could continue throwing the parties with restrictions. The court documents say that the sheriff's sale is set for October 20th. The first debate of the presidential campaign happens tonight in Milwaukee. 8 Republican hopefuls will square off, but the front-runner will not be there. Former President Donald Trump is skipping the debate. Here, a woman in Wisconsin expresses the uncertainty many voters seem to feel.
I think the next 15 months is going to be like a Lifetime movie. There's going to be so much going to happen on both sides. I could go for a fresh start on both sides of the aisle, both for the Republicans and the Democrats. Is that going to happen? I don't know.
The debate starts at 9 tonight and is slated to last 2 hours. And while Trump will not be a part of the debate tonight, he said he will be in Atlanta tomorrow to turn himself in on the charges he faces there. The attorney accused of pushing a plan to keep Trump in power has surrendered. John Eastman turned himself in yesterday to face charges tied to election meddling. Eastman was booked at the Fulton County Jail. His arraignment could happen in the coming weeks. Prosecutors say Eastman tried to get fake electors to certify Trump won the 2020 election and pressured Mike Pence to reject the counting of real electoral votes for Joe Biden. Eastman says each of the 19 defendants indicted had the right to challenge the election results.
I'm here today to surrender to an indictment that should never have been brought. It targets attorneys for their zealous advocacy on behalf of their clients, something attorneys are ethically bound to provide, and which was attempted here by formally challenging the results of the election through lawful and appropriate means.
3 other defendants have also turned themselves in. A judge set Trump's bond at $200,000 yesterday. A witness in the federal classified documents case against Trump is walking back his initial testimony. The Justice Department says the witness lied to a grand jury earlier this year, switched attorneys, then gave new information implicating Trump. Court documents identify the witness as the Director of Information Technology at Mar-a-Lago. A new study says 1 out of every 5 women getting maternity care report mistreatment. The numbers come from the CDC. Common examples: being shouted at or scolded, not having their physical privacy protected, threats of withholding treatment, or being forced to accept unwanted treatment. The report finds the mistreatment is most common for Black and Hispanic mothers. Preseason practices are over for the Indianapolis Colts, punctuated by a fight. Tuesday's joint workout with the Eagles ended early when Philadelphia's star center Jason Kelce shoved Zaire Franklin to the ground and both benches cleared. Kelce later said he was ashamed of his role in the Donnybrook. The two teams have today to cool off. Then they go face mask to face mask again tomorrow in the final game of the preseason. Rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson is set to start. He did not play against the Bears Saturday. Tomorrow's preseason game kicks off at 8 o'clock. And to business headlines, Americans reporting to be very concerned about gas and energy prices have steadily increased throughout the summer. A survey by Civic Science finds that plans to travel by car over Labor Day weekend is down 9 percentage points from 2022. Some people say they may still travel, but to a closer destination. AAA says the current average in Indianapolis is $3.82, up about 40 cents in a month. Dick's Sporting Goods blames organized retail crime for a 23% drop in profits. The CEO said organized crime and retail theft at the company is an increasingly serious issue impacting many retailers. A group of bipartisan lawmakers told Meta it is not doing enough to prevent users from selling recalled products, including deadly baby items, on its Facebook marketplace. Among items for sale in the marketplace were the Fisher-Price Rock and Play sleepers and the Boppy Company's newborn loungers. The products have collectively been blamed for more than 100 infant deaths, according to the CPSC. Online marketplaces have little government regulation, allowing companies like Meta to set its own rules. NVIDIA, arguably the leader in artificial intelligence computer chips, reports its earnings today. The last time this happened, the company gained among the most in value of any company in stock market history. NVIDIA will give us a glimpse of AI going forward and if there are even enough chips to meet demand. Indiana is part of the Macy's expansion plan. One of the first stores will be in Indiana in Highland. That's in northwestern Indiana. Macy's plans to open 4 more smaller stores this year as it tries to refresh its brand. The locations will be smaller and situated in strip malls. They'll host events and frequently swap out merchandise. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway, online at wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.